Welcome aboard the Liberty Belle. I'm your captain, Harper. And the pilot with me here on the Texas deck is a young cub with no name of Sam, but he is working his 100 boards down the river today with very calamity on his walk. Sam, tell our guests everything you know about the river.
I always think that it's better outside. Oh, move all down. I wasn't in the board many days. But by the time I was a jobber back in Missouri. Before we get too much further out of the port, Frontierland reminds me some of my own hometown. Especially when I was a barefoot boy growing up alongside the riverbank. You know, it seems to me that I could remember everything, whether it happened or not. As I grow older, I see the things that never happened at all. See that peak just beyond the outskirts of Frontierland? That's Chicken Hill, or at least it used to be. Denver, a few years back, folks been calling it the Frontierland ever since. Some of these things are riding all around long built for big falls. These far fetched, I know. That's a lot about it. I never could tell a lie that anybody was south, nor a truth that anybody was believe. But believe me when I tell you, it's the most valuable thing we have. So I make sure I only use it.
Ladies and gentlemen, for self-safety reasons, mask must be worn at all times above the nose and mouth. All masks must be worn at all times during the trip. Thank you.
younger than I will ever be again. It's called Tom Sawyer's Island and is named for a friend from my boyhood. Even today, the only way you can get there is by raft. Old man Harper's grain mill is there, back in the woods just off Tom's Landing. And that's Muff Potter's pond and his windmill. We almost hanged Muff once. And there's Huck's Landing. I always did like Huck. He could swear just wonderful. He and Tom and I spent most of our wild and reckless youth exploring that island. Lots of cave, lots of adventure, if you know where to look. And we all knew where to look. That's Superstition Bridge. It connects the Big Island to the Little one. And if you follow the Wilderness Trail there, it'll lead you right up to the gates of Fort Langhorn. It's the last trading outpost before we head into Indian country.
Thank you, guys.
Look off to the port side there. Every now and then, the water under that crest of rock comes to a natural boil and spurts out all over the place like a tea kettle left on the fire too long. The Indians around here used to tell me these geysers were actually unfriendly spirits, upset by uninvited trespassers traipsing all over their sacred hunting ground. Be that as it may, that's Big Thunder Mountain poking up in the sky over there. The Indians named it that because of the sound the falls used to make when the big rains came. Then the miners and prospectors and get-rich-quick speculators showed up, and the name stuck because of the sound of blasting powder going off every few minutes. There's not so much blasting these days, just ghost stories about a runaway mine train loaded down with simple-hearted, terror-filled folks like you. Well, I'll be. Look who's drifted out of the bayou. Off to port, Captain. It's Beacon Joe.
Old Beacon's been marking this river for longer than I can remember. Every time the river cuts a new channel, Old Beacon puts out a marker to let us know whether it's safe to travel or not. However, Sam here has been bragging that if push came to shove, he can navigate the Liberty Belle on a heavy dew. Isn't that so, Sam?
Well, I was born humble, Captain, but mostly it's worn off.
you don't see much out this way. That's an Algonquin Indian village. Looks to be from the Powhatan tribe. Usually they stay further east. I've seen Seminole and Miami this far west, and of course your Shawnee, Blackfeet, and Crow, but I've never seen Algonquins out here.
Lots of game out this way. I've seen moose and deer and plenty of other critters along the shoreline.
Could be why the Powhatans are out this far. Just following the boot trail.
For everyone's help and safety.
Those of you that have been this way before know that the water can get fairly shallow along this stretch of the river. The leadsmen call out the depth. Each mark is a fathom or 6 feet. Mark Twain is 2 fathoms, and for us that means safe water.
Captain, we're passing Cutthroat Corner. Attention deck crew, stay alert. If there's river pirates out here, this is where they'll most likely be. Yep, I can hear them from here. But from all the commotion, it sounds like their interests lie elsewhere. If you folks on deck look past the trees on the island, that's Fort Langhorn. Most of these old forts started out as trading posts. Then as settlers started heading west, the army came in and took them over. My feeling is, these days, there's a lot less frontier and a lot more civilization than is truly necessary.
You see that brick mansion back over yonder there in the woods? I've heard folks hereabouts say it's haunted. They say it was built on sacred Indian burial grounds, so now it's filled with spirits. If you ask me, I'd say the ones telling those tales are the ones filled with spirits. If you want proof, just ask them. They got it. About 100 proof, I reckon. And whatever you do, don't strike any matches if they aim to breathe in your direction, or you won't just be seeing ghosts, you'll be joining them. We're approaching Liberty Square, which is home port for us. We'll be putting into dock shortly, so those of you on the upper two decks might be of a mind to collect all your parcels and head to the lower deck. Got youngins, you'll want to take them in hand before they get out of hand. On behalf of the captain, myself, and the crew, thanks for plying the waterways with us, and I hope I see you next time around the river bend.
Thanks, Sam, and thank you, everyone, for traveling the rivers of America with us today.
Engine room. Approach levee at 1/4 steam. Man the bow line. Purser, check trade and cargo. All hands prepare to dock. All passengers, stand by to go ashore.
Ay, pero es que este no pasa por aquí. Ahora para que no pasa por allá. Cuando el algodón de plata.